how's it going, nerds? Good to see you. Welcome back to 2 Point Hospital. I hope you're having a good one because I'm excited to be back. We are still in Flemington. We are a 1-star hospital. We're this close. I can actually measure on my screen. This close to being a 2-star hospital. I actually did just measure my screen. We're this close to being a 2-star hospital. Literally this close. I want to get that done. I want to get this hospital in a good place, and then I want to check out some of the new hospitals that they're new to me, that came in whatever DLC they came out in, basically. So that's my goal today. Get Flemington done and in a good place, and I'm doing the pointing thing again, but I'm pointing at my screen this time because that's what I'm gonna focus on. So we're just in a really bad spot right now. We keep killing people, and I would really rather not be doing that. So it might not be a bad idea to look into getting more training rooms so that we can maybe, you know, get some nurses dedicated to running the wards, because we keep killing people. We just killed like 2 people out of that 1 fracture clinic. So I think some training is definitely going to be in order. So let's go ahead and let's do a big training room. We don't need to do a big training room, but I'm gonna do a big training room. And I'm hoping that I can use this to maybe get a good number of good nurses. So something a bit like that, right? We can train 8 people at once. We can actually train more than 8 if we kind of move these around a little bit. So I think just in case we ever need to train, I mean, let's be honest, we're probably not gonna need to train 10 people at once, but just in case, we'll have this whole setup here. And I'm also just gonna do a wall of books right here, because that's going to just make it so much better in here. In fact, did I just do, oh, I did do the expensive ones. Okay, so we'll do another wall of books. Each one of these gives us a plus 4% training speed bonus. That's 4 and 4 is 8. That's 16, 30, 40. Okay. So if I do this, I think we might, if it stacks, get an 80% training bonus. I don't know if it's actually going to work that way, but we're going to find out is what we're going to do. We're going to find out. So a nice, I guess, small radiator at the back of the room, a nice large radiator at the front of the room, a nice plant in the corner, and that, I'm sure, will do. So basically, here's my thinking. What we'll do is we grab you, and you have ward management, which is good. I need to pick, how many wards do we have? We have 3, don't we? So we have this ward, which needs 1 person running it. We have this one, which is 1 person, then the other one, which is 2. So what we'll do is we'll go and hire, let's see, I'm gonna get rid of all of you. I want to try and get some nurses that haven't been trained, but for now it's okay. What we'll do is have a look at my nurses, because we have these 2 that can only do wards right now. I'm gonna say Lillian Dobson and Luca Flush are gonna be set up the same way so that they are only gonna work in the wards as well. And in doing that, we guarantee that those ones are gonna work wards. And then we can train all of them, because they are all ready for training, in Ward Management 2. And then just kind of go down that path a little bit. So you are going to be trained. So Lillian, Luca, Rich, and Juliet is who we're looking for. So we need Luca. In fact, we need a different training room as well. So we need this one. So Luca, Juliet, and Rich are all going to be getting trained by that guy. We'll start the training, and that'll be hopefully a good thing. Hopefully that means the wards are going to stop just being terrible. Oh, we did the thing. We are a 2-star hospital. We unlocked absolutely nothing, but that's actually fine by me. Let's just continue and see what we need to do. So hospital value needs to be 5 million. We need to cure 30 patients in the injection room, and we need to launch 3 marketing campaigns. That's fine. We can absolutely do that. We also have a massive queue for the PANS lab because we've been marketing it. So let's go ahead and copy it, and let's put a PANS lab just over here. so that we can kind of deal with the increased interest in, you know, the PANS lab there. We also actually have you going ahead and getting a mega scan, which is kind of cool. Do we have anyone that can run the X-ray machine though, or do we need to train someone in that? So Candle Smudge, let me hire you real quick, and let me see here. Do you? I think you just need to work diagnosis, don't you? So if we wait, who runs the X-ray thing? It is a doctor. I would imagine it's just diagnosis, right? So that's fine. Let's, I guess, go ahead and train you in diagnostics. We'll have you train it, and I guess, I mean, I don't really, I'll tell you what, since Fred Transformer can work in the Mega Scan, I think going, oh, that's some extra skill in X-ray as well. We'll do that. So we'll get that set up and that'll be fine. So those guys can all go through training as well. Now, hopefully some of these people are going to go to the other extractor pan clinic, because if they don't, they're going to be waiting there for a while. And I'd rather they weren't waiting there for a while. We also have you guys needing trained as well. So General Practice 3, perhaps? We have one other trainee that can have that. So we'll do that. We'll get that going. And training over here has actually gone really, really quickly. This room is going to be something else, I'll tell you. So now that marketing's ended, we should see far fewer people coming in for the PANS lab, which is going to be a good thing because we were getting some massive queues. It did get us some money, but it was a bit of a pain. Now we do have a mock start emergency. We can totally deal with that. You want me to cure 20 patients? We can totally do that as well. But we do need to launch more marketing. So let's go ahead and get that going. What I'm thinking we'll do is we need to cure people in the injection room. So let's go with an injection campaign. Let's have it last 12 months. We'll launch the campaign. We should have 3 people that can help with this, and we do. And that's going to mean that we're going to need another injection room, which we don't have room for. So I think the best thing to do with this is probably gonna be to grab this guy, and I'm gonna try and turn that entire space into one big treatment space rather than anything else. We also have a lot of doctors missing from their GP's offices, which is not exactly ideal. It'd be nice if we didn't have that situation. It would also be nice if we had more space for people to sit, because it's kind of looking like we don't actually have enough of that. So we'll get some benches around there. That'll hopefully help with that a little bit. It looks like we could probably use a few more here as well. And it looks like we could probably use a few more up this way as well. So we'll do something like that and hope that some people take a seat and, you know, chill and relax and don't feel anywhere near as terrible as they once did, having to stand around. But we'll see, is what we'll do. Now, why do we have so many GP's offices without doctors? Where have all of my doctors gone? Also, I think we've just completed some research. Yeah, we did. We just unlocked the ultrasonic cannon. So we'll upgrade the X-ray as well. Get that out of the way. We have you wanting some staff training. So let's give you... I don't really know. I'm going to give you motivation, I guess. I guess that works out. We'll have one of the other janitors train you in it so that it doesn't cost me much. But let's prioritize on what we need to prioritize on. So that research is done. That's great. Did I do the thing? I did. We're gonna need another injection room, right? We're gonna need a few of them. So let me go ahead and put one. Oh, it's not gonna let me do this as nicely as I would want to. Interesting. Okay. We'll do them on this side. We're gonna need a couple of them. So we'll do one right there. We can grab it, we can copy it, we can put one there, and that'll be all right. And I'm basically just gonna go ahead and grab other treatment rooms as well. So another pharmacy might not be a terrible idea, even though we don't have a massive queue for the pharmacy right now. I think it would be, you know, kind of nice. Injections and sort of pharmacies and stuff like that kind of go hand in hand, at least in, you know, to me. Anyway, that seems like, you know, relatively similar level. I mean, I guess an injection's a little higher up in terms of treatment than a pharmacy, but it's fine. What is this guy? This is diagnostics. That's not really something that we are going to be needing more of. This is a deluxe, which we can upgrade, so we'll do that. I guess this is treatment as well, the psychiatry, so we could get one of these guys and put it, say, there. And I think I'll get another one of those and put it right there as well. So we'll have a couple of psychiatry rooms right there. And then basically what I'm thinking is, what is this? We cured 5 of 7, good. And we've discovered decision rash. It's triggered when a sufferer is forced to make a decision too quickly. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That makes sense to me. Sounds like a legitimate illness. Now, we still have a pretty substantial queue up here, but it's looking like it's because my doctors are not really kind of focused in on being GPs or treating in here. So let's pause. I missed my space bar. I was gonna be really, let's pause, but I missed this. We'll pause. We're good. We're gonna look at staff, and I need to figure out my doctors because not very many of them are actually set up for general practice, right? So you, for example, have general practice 3, and that's great. So that's the only thing I want you doing. It is the only thing I want you doing. Then you can do treatment and psychiatry. So you can do general practice and psychiatry. You can do, what is this? Diagnosis. So you can do general practice, you can do research, and you can do x-ray, but you're not going to do anything else. You can do a lot of things. So you can do, I guess, all of that. You're not going to be doing any GP stuff. You can research, and you can use the mega scan, and that's all right. Then we have some researchers. Then we have psychiatry. Then we have treatment, which is fine. We have diagnostics, which is fine. We have another psychiatry, and we have more treatment. We don't have enough GPs. That's basically what this is telling me, is we don't have enough GPs. So let's grab you. And we're immediately going to say that Michael Strudel is pretty much exclusively going to be a GP. And we can go ahead and train him. Although I'd like to see if we can maybe get another one, because we have got you. You can do diagnostics. So why don't we get Eve Links and say that you can go ahead and do general practice, you can do x-ray, and you're going to do nothing else. And we're going to train you in general practice. And we could train some of my other doctors as well. I'm actually starting to think that it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, perhaps, to train my researchers. Because I mean, they are doing important work, but I think we're on our last thing of research anyway, so that'll be fine. We'll pay someone to do it as well. I know that's a bit expensive, but I think paying someone to do it is probably for the best, just because it means I'm not taking GPs away from anything else. And then we'll say that my researchers can do general practice. You're being trained in general practice. And have I missed anybody? I missed that researcher. Okay. So that should help the situation a little bit. And that will hopefully give us a situation where, I mean, you can do research as well. So I guess we'll hire you, and we can say jobs wise, you are going to be general practice and research. So you can go off and do whatever you need to do. So he's off to work in research, and that's fine. Was his surname Killmeister? No, where did he go? I'm pretty sure I just hired a doctor whose surname is Killmeister. I think. Yeah, I did. Niall Killmeister. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not judging. I'm just, I think we had a Dr. Killmeister before. All I'm saying is that me personally, I would definitely be a little bit like, if my doctor's name was Killmeister. It's a badass name though. Even, oh, also, we might need another fluid accelerator. You know, sticking with the idea of hiring a bunch of staff, I actually want to go in here and make sure that we have good nurses. So we have you, Raymond Flob. I guess what we can do is put you in there, and you can do treatment, you can do pharmacy, you can do injections. So if we have a look at you and we say that you're not going to do diagnosis, you're not going to do cardiology, you're not going to do ward, you're not doing fluid, you're not doing any of this, you're just doing pharmacy and injections. I think we say Ernie Custard, you are not going to be doing diagnosis either. You can manage a ward. You're not doing any of that. You're doing those three things. Macy Dickens, I am going to say similar for you, except no pharmacy this time. So you can do all of that. And then we have you guys, which are doing wards specifically. Then we have you just doing injections right now. So that's going to leave us with a lot of free space for nurses. So fluid analysis is going to get done by nobody. Chromotherapy is going to get done by nobody. And pest control, and also just diagnosis in general. So now what we're going to need to do is get, I guess, Lloyd Tumbleweed. And this is actually going to work out nicely because Lloyd has a good diagnostics level. So Lloyd can do diagnostics now, which is general diagnosis, I think cardiology, not the ward, I think fluid analysis, and then none of the rest. So that's now those things being dealt with. We have Thomasina Cougar, who we can hire as well and do kind of a similar thing with. So you can do, where are you? So you can do pharmacy, which is good. You can also do diagnostics. So, oh, I missed a few up here as well. So you're basically doing those two. You're doing fluids and you're doing nothing else. Maple Burp, what can you do? So you can do injections, diagnostics, treatment, and ward management. Okay. So injections, yes. Ward, yes. Actually, there's a couple of people doing ward management who I think I took off the fracture wards from you guys. Let's give you fracture ward as well, just to make sure that you're all, you know, doing that. So Maple Burp, you can't do pharmacy, you can do diagnostics, which is those two. You can do wards, you can do fluids, and you can do treatment. I'm tempted to say that you're not gonna do those treatments though. I mean, you can, but we're just not gonna have you do it. You can do diagnostics and pharmacy, and you are set up to do that. You can do diagnostics, ward, and pharmacy, so basically we'll set you up similarly. So you can do those two, those three, you can do wards as well, you can do analysis. I guess you just don't do treatment, right? And you don't do injections either, and then you are just diagnosis, ward, and bedside manner. So you are no pharmacy, you are diagnosis, you are wards, you are fluids, you are now no treatment, if I'm right on this one. So no treatment, you are wards, you are not doing that, and you're not doing that. So now we need some that are kind of dedicated to treatment is what I'm thinking. So that is where Henry Pine and Jasmine Bright are going to come in, because I think what we do with these guys is say that they can go ahead and do treatment, right? So if I turn everything off for the two of them, what we're going to end up with is a situation where Clown Clinic, Chromotherapy, and Pest Control have no one managing them. So we say that you guys are doing those because we're going to train both of you pretty much exclusively in treatment. So Jasmine Bright, Henry Pine, you are both going to be getting some training. So treatment, and where is Henry, or is it Henry Prime? Oh, okay. We'll bring in a guest so we're not taking anyone away from anything, and that should hopefully put us in a spot where we see just everything getting dealt with a little bit better. We're still killing people, which is unfortunate, but I think we're getting better at sort of not killing people. Although we're not getting better at stopping them from absolutely defiling their clothing. I've just heard the words, there's a fire, there shouldn't be a fire. What's on fire? What just caught fire? Oh my God. Does that room have a fire extinguisher? It does. That's good. Where's my janitor? There you are. Okay, can you maybe put that out? Don't stand and look at it. Like, yeah, grab the extinguisher and then put the friggin' fire out. That's better. Let's maybe, I mean, it's gonna be upgraded in time, so that's fine. We're gonna try and upgrade a lot of these. Oh, we just killed a person. Okay, that's good. That's what we want to do. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna try and upgrade just about everything that I can upgrade. If it can go to level 3, it's going there. If it can go to level 2, it's going there. Just to try and desperately stop people from constantly dying. Because they're constantly dying. We're doing a really bad job. We are legitimately doing a really bad job. Now, let me get Wilbur right there. And let me get Rosie Mackinbosh. Okay. And we're going to set both your jobs similarly here. So you can do diagnostics. You can do training. That's fine. They're both going to be trained in treatment. So they're going to be a little bit different. I'll start from scratch on this just for both of them. So Rosie, you can do diagnostics, which is fine. And then you're also going to do the various treatments. Wilbur, you are exclusively going to be doing those treatments. Then both of you, so Rosie and Wilbur, are going to be trained in treatment. So Rosie's right there, and we'll have just a guest come in to do that as well. So that should help us out. That should put us in a good spot with just all of the training that we need to do. So that's absolutely perfect. At this point, the only thing left to do really is increase the hospital value. We're getting very close. There's really oh, that's on fire as well. Ugh. Maintenance is really struggling right now. I guess my janitors in general are really struggling right now. Let's have a little look. So that's maintenance, and you can be trained as well. So we'll grab you. We can, let me grab you two as well. So Jeffrey and Lucy are going to be hired, and they can both go into maintenance training. Man, there is so much garbage around here. It's slightly disgusting, and I kind of really want to do something about it because it's just, how did you... I don't even know how that person died. We do have trash cans around here. It just seems that people are not wanting to use them at all, which is... It's a little upsetting, I'm not gonna lie. We're also not really covering our costs anymore, apparently, which is slightly shocking. I'll be honest. Also, this machine exploded, just in case you're wondering what all that garbage is in there. Yeah, it blew up because it caught fire again. Yeah, we're not doing too well right now. I mean, we need to just launch 2 more marketing campaigns, get the value of the hospital up a little bit more, but I'm slightly surprised at how much the hospital is struggling. These massive queues here as well are really bad. So I think what we could probably do is grab this staff room, and we'll put a staff room over here. So right about there, I think it's probably a good spot. In fact, I'm going to move it to there so I can expand it a little bit. We can move these things all kind of back into the corners, and then we can put you right there, put you right there. And that just gives us a little bit more room to do a little whatever with this staff room. I actually want to look and see what we can unlock. We can get a cupboard, we can get a fish enclosure. I mean, we can't get any of it, but that's fine. A cat in the box. Provides entertainment. I mean, we could get a fridge. I feel like a fridge is not a bad idea, but I think it's only decorative. Pool toys, a mono circus, where runaway mono beasts find a home. Can I put that in a staff room? I think I can. Interesting. Okay, can I put it out here? I can. I'm gonna keep that because I want to see what it actually looks like. Let's just go for... I don't really know. I guess just like an exercise frame or a punching bag or something. I think a punching bag would be good. So we'll put a punching bag right about there. And I'm going to put one sort of next to it as well. So hopefully my staff can just, you know, punch that, and that'll help them out a little bit. So there we go. And then this thing, I mean, it's a bit weird, but I'm gonna just put it like, I don't know, like right here, I guess, right in the middle of everything. And then we have the little mono beasts. We have them. Oh my god, that one has a guitar. That one has drums. That one's going through the hoop. That one's in a bowl. Why is the cannon not gonna get used? I don't think the cannon's gonna get used, but that's kind of adorable. I kind of love it. That's kind of great. And I think at this point, we kind of just need to get more chairs down here because this place is ever so slightly struggling. What is this? We did 5 of 6. That's good. Capture 3 ghosts. I'm sure we can do that. So let's get more chairs. Let's get more benches down here because we are in a bit of a bad way with them. How did I line them up here? So they're kind of in line with those like light blue bits by the doors. So we're talking like there, I think. And I'm thinking we're talking there as well. Now, these don't, we don't really need them right there, but we're going to do it anyway, just because it does, you know, line up. We can go there as well. We can go, I think that's in line right about there. So we'll do that. And I think that's all right. I think that's fine. We do have this like sort of alleyway for vending machines there. I'm not really interested in doing that. And to be honest, I think what I'm also going to do is this and take out you and take out you. And I think that's okay. I think that works. So that'll give us more benches for everybody that's just walking around, standing around, kind of waiting to be seen. We did just kill another person in there as well, which is, you love to see it. What are you? You're a chief nurse and you've managed to kill some. That's a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie. That's a bit rough. These queues are not getting any shorter, man. We've got the Jab Masters being upgraded. We've got like 2 injection things there. We got a 3rd one over here. I think having a year-long marketing campaign for injections might have been a bit of a mistake on my part, if I'm completely honest. But I'm gonna need to live with it. So I'm gonna buy this little plot of land right here and turn it into, I guess, just an injection clinic, because that's apparently a thing that we need now. And maybe some fluid analysis can go over there as well, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of, it's a little crazy how much is going on in this space right here. It really is kind of crazy how much is just going on in there. There's so much going on across the hospital. What is this? Level 5 staff room? No. You want training? That I will do. I will train you in Marketing 3, because Marketing 3 is actually going to help me out a little bit. Now, we do have a general marketing campaign going on right now to get the hospital reputation as high as it can possibly be. It is 100% right now. We want to keep it there. And it's a short marketing campaign. It's 3 months, so we can get the launch 3 marketing campaigns done. And then we just need to get hospital value up there. So let's go and grab this. Let me put an injection room right there. Let me grab, well, we'll set you to be upgraded, but we'll grab the room again. And we can't put one opposite, but that's fine. We can do a couple over there. And we'll set you to be upgraded. I'm not going to need this many of them long term, but we're just going to do it because you never know. We might have an emergency come in. We might have whatever happen. I might just market injections for another year. That's another possibility. And then I think what we'll do is grab more fluid analysis, and we can put that kind of opposite. So fluid analysis can kind of go there. We'll grab another one of those and put it right there. And that'll be okay. And then we have this space here to play with a little bit. Now, I don't really know what to put in that space right now. I guess what else has a queue at the moment? It is just injections and fluid analysis that have the queues. So maybe we just put a staff room over there, just so that the staff that are going to be in this end of the hospital actually have, you know, somewhere to go to. So a staff room right there seems like a bit of an idea. And I guess we grab another toilet and put it right there. And that seems fine. That seems like a decent little wing of the hospital. We can just, I don't know, put a cafe in the middle of it. I don't think I can. It has to be 5x4, so there's no way that's happening. But we can do just benches and things like that. So that's fine. Let's get it done. And there we go. We have all of our benches. We have a bunch of plants. We have a bunch of vending machines and bins and radiators and a news agent. Now all we need are some nurses. So let's go ahead. You, for example, are going to be fantastic. So Norman Killmeister, another Killmeister. All right, Norman. So Norman Killmeister is going to be doing injections and I guess just treatment in general. But I'm feeling like injections for the most part are kind of going to be the focus here because we kind of need you focus on that. So that'll be for the best. So we'll have you do that. And then we can go ahead and get, I guess, Daisy Moon is probably not a bad shout. We can go ahead and get Randy Johnson as well. That's actually fluid analysis that I put you two into. Let me just fix that real quick because you are not supposed to be in there and neither are you. You are over there. So you can do diagnostics though, so that's okay. But I want to make sure you guys are all set up properly. So is there no way to like quickly click to turn all this off? I don't think there is. So we'll just turn all of these off across the board. And we're going to be looking at diagnostics, which I'm going to allow, and I'm going to allow injections as well. And then for you, Daisy Moon, you are only going to be doing injections. And then we just need some people that can do diagnostics who, well, we have Fredward Greenside, so you can work in there, and we're going to set your job up in exactly the same way. So here's what I'm thinking. I think it might be a good idea to increase the diagnosis threshold up to 85%. And I'm going to turn off the fast track decisions because I just feel like we want to make sure that people are not going to get the wrong treatment and potentially die. I'm wondering if maybe that's part of what's getting so many people killed. Now, obviously, that is going to send a lot of people back to the GPs and that is going to cause some queues. And that's especially bad at the moment because all of my doctors are currently in training for general practice 2. So most of my GPs are out of their offices right now, but the good news is it is not going to take long at all. We have got some pretty good bonuses in this room. We have an 80% increase in training speed. So most of them are going to be out of here in no time at all. And that's kind of what we want. Now, let's go ahead and launch another marketing campaign over here. Let's do a large marketing campaign for the hospital. This will give the hospital just in general a really nice boost. It was also 130,000 to do that, but I think we can manage. It should increase, hopefully, our hospital value as well. I don't know if it actually will, but we'll certainly see. And the good news is a lot of these guys are heading out as well to go back to their GP's offices, and they should now just be that bit better when it comes to making sure that people are getting the right treatments. Hopefully, we're going to see, you know, a lot less in the way of, well, death. But I think with so many different ways to diagnose people, we're going to need more GP's offices. So let's go ahead and copy you. And I'm thinking this entire space up here, I'm going to try and turn it into just GP's offices. It's ridiculous, I know, but I think it's probably a fair idea, right? Just turn the entire thing into GP's offices. It might not be. It is kind of silly, but it's what we're gonna do. And we can put some toilets right there in the middle as well, which will be needed, I would imagine, for the number of people that are gonna be coming up here. And the other good thing with this is that gives me room for a corridor. I can do 4 more of these GP's offices, and I am going to. Now, we're gonna need some GPs to work in here. Obviously, we're gonna need kind of a few of them, but I feel like this is the right thing to do at this stage of the game. I feel like this is the right thing to do given that this hospital is so close to being done. That looks ridiculous. I love it. I really love it. Let me get some heating over here. So go for a nice large radiator there, nice large radiator right there, and we'll go for one there as well. And now what we need are some benches and to hope for the best. You know, based on the simple fact that I'm not hearing the sound of death as often as I once was, I think the little change to the threshold and the whole thing with the GPs might have worked out. I have got a couple more GPs in here training in General Practice 1, and once they're done, they've already been set up to only do General Practice, so that's going to be fantastic. That's going to be 3 more GPs to head out and start getting people going to where they need to go in the hospital. Admittedly, we kind of still need more than what we have, right? But that's something. That's 3 more heading out. That's 3 more than we had before. And I think at this point we just need like 2 more or something like that. So we're in an okay spot. Admittedly, the GP's offices should probably be closer to the entrance of the hospital. It's definitely not ideal that it isn't, but that's fine. That's just the way it's going to be. Now, I'll tell you what I would like to do. I would like to get a cafe, because I think a cafe in here would be kind of perfect. So I'm going to get rid of the, we're going to cancel the room for now. We're going to get rid of the Mono Circus. We're going to grab ourselves a cafe, and it's basically going to go right in here. I don't know how good of an idea this is, but it's what I'm thinking we do. So a nice door right there. I'm thinking the cafe thing itself can go right about there. We can do the bin just right back there in that corner, and the tables and chairs are just going to go exactly the same way they did on the last one. And can I get away with that many of them? I think I can. Okay. Well, that works out for me. In terms of a radiator, we'll just put it back in the back left corner, and that will do. So that's a cafe that we didn't have before. That should keep people nice and happy. We actually have a lot of people who can do research as well. Good lord. Okay, well, we'll get you. And hopefully you'll run the cafe, which you are doing. So hopefully that'll keep people in a good place. I'm thinking we could put another one over here. I don't know if that's going to cheer them up or not, but we certainly could. I mean, what else have we got going on? You want training? No. We did cure... No, we didn't cure 40 patients. Okay, you want trained as well. We got 5 of 6. You want training? We will do this. We'll do psychiatry too, because I think that's going to be a pretty good idea. We'll bring in a guest trainer for it as well. And at this point, we need another $800,000 in hospital value, and we are good. So let's buy that plot of land. And, I mean, the GP queues are still ridiculous. But there's definitely less death. I say that as this person has just keeled over, but I think that was more from waiting than it was from a poor diagnosis. I think this looks nice. We got a little news agent right here. We got a little arcade machine. People can just kind of chill, do their thing, you know, not be as miserable sitting in a little cramped corridor with like 100 other people. It's good. I think the hospital's really turned around ever since I started caring about the diagnosis that people got rather than just saying away you go. Who would have thought that, you know, that would be the ticket to good medical care? Actually caring about the medical care. Let me grab this staff room right here, because I realize we have a lot of staff over here who probably would appreciate somewhere to kind of chill. So we'll do that right there, and that'll be good for them. We could do a couple of things along here. I'll tell you what we'll do there, actually. Let me grab some of, where are they? The arcade machines are what I'm looking for. And of course, when I want to find them, I can't find them. I probably went right past them, right? Did I? Oh, there they are. So the Periscope Arcade. Because this thing actually, like, it's huge, but it would fit along there pretty well. And I think that would probably cheer people up a fair bit as well. So we'll put a plant next to it, just so that the area is a little bit nicer. And we'll do a, I don't know, a leaflet stand as well. So there we go. That'll give them something to do. They got some leaflets as well. And there we go. We did the thing. We're a 3-star hospital. Oh boy, that took so much longer than I thought it would. Dear Hospital Administrator, I'm an ambassador for the Bigfoot Foundation. A group that help. Where is the accent going? It was about to go northern again. It was about to do that thing we did a couple of episodes ago. It was so close. So close. I'm not doing it. We've already done that joke. All right. Now, where was I? I'm an ambassador for the Bigfoot Foundation, a group that helps preserve the Pointy Mountain region and support its support its mountain communities, often the most overlooked people in all of 2 Point County. We weren't even in the game until now. Our healthcare has been lagging behind for some time, and when I heard about the good work you've been doing down in the county, I thought I'd reach out and see whether you'd consider coming to the Pointy Mountains to treat people at a higher altitude. The Underlook Hotel, the region's biggest tourist hotspot, has recently been forced to introduce a medical emergency budget. I've spoken to the owner and he's very keen for you to come and run the hotel's newly opened hospital. What do you say? We have some options essentially. We have the Underlook Hotel, which has run the medical facility of this much maligned resort. We have this over here, which is an abandoned hospital near the power plants. We have this right here, which is a teaching hospital focused in surgery. Then we don't get Duckworth upon Bilge until we get a star in Smugly and Meltdowns, which is fine. And this right here, well, this is Close Encounters. Take on an alien task and help journalist Charlatan Fishwrapper investigate the mysterious events of the Gold Pen scandal. Warning, we recommend expanding your organization, gaining more technology, and encountering more illnesses on the mainland before accepting this request. Is that right? Well, I'm probably gonna regret it, but I'm thinking that's probably the one that I'm gonna go for, because that sounds kind of fun. And also, I don't know why this gives me Hogwarts vibes. I don't know why. It just kind of does. Yeah, we're probably gonna do this. I'm probably gonna regret not going into surgery at all, but I'm curious about the aliens. Really curious about the aliens. Oh, hold on a second. We've got this as well. Head to the Arts District to help artist Zara Fitzpocket design a cure for the alien culture of 2 Point County. And Pebberley Island. Take your administrative talents to the tropical shores of Pebberley Island and help eccentric millionaire Wiggy Silverbottom with his latest obsession. We recommend expanding your— oh my god. There's a lot to do. Oh. I wasn't expecting to have all that to do. I guess that means I'm gonna be busy for a little while with 2 Point Hospital. So we've got all that to look forward to, I suppose. We've got aliens, we've got islands, we've got snow, we've got surgery, we've got something else, the movie thing, culture shock, whatever it was. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of keen to check all of it out. So let's, you know, wrap this one up and get to it, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.